It began with a single gunshot, a quiet morning, nothing unusual. But in a matter of seconds, the world would change forever. This is not just a war. This is the story of how the world lost control. At the start of the 20th century, Europe looked peaceful, powerful, unstoppable. Empires ruled vast lands, industries boomed, and people believed in a future of endless progress. But beneath this confidence, tension was rising. Germany, a new industrial giant, challenged Britain's naval supremacy. France dreamed of revenge for past defeats. Russia was a sleeping giant, stirring with newfound strength. And the old empires, Austria-Hungary and the Ottomans, were crumbling from within. To stay safe, countries formed alliances, the Triple Entente and the Central Powers. These pacts created a dangerous trap, a promise of mutual defense that could turn a small regional conflict into a global disaster. June 28, 1914. In the city of Sarajevo, a visit meant to show strength. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary paraded through the streets. But hidden in the crowd was someone waiting. Gavrilo Princip, a nationalist with a pistol. Gunshots, chaos, silence. In seconds, everything changed. A month of threats and ultimatums followed. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Russia, Serbia's ally, mobilized its massive army. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia and France. When Germany invaded Belgium to outflank the French, Britain entered the war. Within weeks, the dominoes had fallen. The world was at war. Everyone thought it would be over by Christmas. They were wrong. The war did not move forward. It stopped. From the Swiss border to the North Sea, both sides dug in, creating a vast, festering wound across the face of Europe. This was the trench, a world of mud, barbed wire, and death. Life was a cycle of boredom and terror. The constant threat of sniper fire, the thunder of artillery, and the agonizing crawl across no man's land during an attack. The psychological toll was immense, creating a new, invisible injury, shell shock. This war changed warfare forever. The machine gun, once a novelty, now dominated the battlefield, mowing down soldiers in waves. To break the stalemate, new horrors were invented. Tanks, armored beasts, crushed barbed wire, and crossed trenches. In the skies, pilots in fragile biplanes dueled in single combat. And most terrifying of all was poison gas, an invisible killer that choked the life from its victims. The war spread across the world. It was fought in the deserts of the Middle East, the plains of Africa, and the beaches of Gallipoli, where troops from Australia and New Zealand met a grim fate. It was a truly global conflict. Back home, society was transformed. Women entered factories to build the weapons of war. Governments used powerful propaganda to demonize the enemy and maintain public support. By 1917, countries began to break. In Russia, revolution toppled the Tsar, and the new government pulled out of the war. But this was followed by another turning point. The United States, enraged by attacks on its shipping, joined the fight. The arrival of fresh American troops brought new strength and changed the balance of power. The final phase of the war was the most intense. Germany launched one last desperate offensive in the spring of 1918. When it failed, the Allies counterattacked, pushing the exhausted German army back. And then, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the guns stopped. The war was over, but the cost was unimaginable. Over 16 million lives lost. Cities destroyed, families broken, an entire generation of young men gone. A treaty, signed at Versailles, promised peace, but instead sowed the seeds of anger, especially in a defeated and humiliated Germany. This war was called the war to end all wars. But it didn't end anything. It only set the stage for another war. Because history doesn't forget, it waits for the next mistake.